Welcome everyone. My name is Cynthia Smith and I'm the Advancement Lead at Invado Solutions. We realize your time is valuable and I want to start off by saying thank you for joining us today to learn how the Invado Solutions Advancement Bundle built on the Salesforce Education Cloud can transform how your advancement team engages with constituents. As for the agenda for today, we'll do a quick introduction, tell you a little about Invado Solutions and our Advancement Essentials bundle. Then we'll move into a live demo and we'll wrap up with additional bundle details and next steps. Again, I'm Cynthia Smith and I run the advancement practice here at Invado Solutions. Should we have the opportunity to work together, I'll be the one spearheading our engagement. A little about me. Prior to joining Invado, I spent 7 years as a Salesforce admin for Austin Independent School District's Office of Innovation and Development, which is the fundraising arm of the district. During my time at AISD, I was responsible for the implementation and continued enhancement of Salesforce, along with integrating Salesforce with Pardot and Form Assembly. I was responsible for writing content for end-of-year appeals, giving days, general solicitation letters, acknowledgement letters, and website content. I was involved in all stages of the donor lifecycle, and I really worked hard to find ways to use Salesforce to improve our business process. I've also presented at Dreamforce, I've participated in several webinars for Salesforce, and I've presented at events hosted by salesforce.org during South by Southwest EDU. Before we get started, I would like to take a moment to say thank you for all the work that you are doing behind the scenes. These are challenging times, and it's amazing to see how the education community has come together in support of students, staff, and families. We are all weathering the storm together, and it's inspirational to see how universities like yourselves have continued to engage their school communities in an effort to help those in need. So we want to acknowledge that this is a difficult time and we appreciate the extra effort that you are all putting in. Now, we understand that you have choices. There are a number of Salesforce partners out there. So what I'd like to do now is take a moment to talk about what makes Invado Solutions special. We are not your typical system integrator. In addition to extensive Salesforce platform knowledge, Invado has deep marketing roots, and we are able to support clients not only with higher ed advancement strategies, but also marketing strategies. And examples are how to engage your constituents through strategic campaign development, content development, nurture campaigns, custom email design, and landing pages. We make sure you're leaving the best impression with your community and you're delivering the right message to the right people at the right time. The final differentiator is our hands-on advancement experience. Our CEO recognized that if we were going to help transform how universities use Salesforce to advance their mission and raise more in support of their institutions, then we needed someone with on-the-ground advancement experience on the team, which is where I come into the picture. So we believe that what makes us a unique player in this space is our 3 pillars. We have deep Salesforce experience, deep marketing experience, and hands-on advancement experience. Before we get into the demo of the Invado Solutions Advancement Bundle, I'd like to talk briefly about the data architecture. Our solution is built on top of the Salesforce Education Cloud. Education Cloud is a platform that provides a flexible and scalable framework that enables institutions of all levels and sizes to provide the best experience they can across the entire student lifecycle. And what this does is provide higher ed institutions the flexibility to grow into using Salesforce for education-specific activities outside of advancement. And those would be things such as admissions and enrollment, student success, and even corporate relations. Now, the Invado Solutions Advancement Essentials Bundle is designed for small to mid-sized universities who are looking for ways to use technology to raise awareness for their mission, engage with constituents, and drive their fundraising efforts. The solution touches on all levels of the donor lifecycle, from identification to cultivation to solicitation and stewardship. Okay, it's now time for the Invado Solutions Advancement Essentials bundle that you can see in action. And this demo is designed to show you how Salesforce and its suite of products can help advancement teams engage with constituents and raise more philanthropic dollars for their institutions. We are going to start off by talking about Jenna Strong, who is a development officer at Invado University. Jenna and her team use Salesforce to manage donor activity and drive engagement with constituents. And then we have Sally Jones. She's a donor to Invado University and someone who's recently made a gift to the institution. I want to mention that during this demo, we'll touch on gift entry, accounting subledger, reports and dashboards, engagement plans, Elevate, and Pardot. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin on the home page of Invado University's Salesforce instance. Now, the homepage is what users see when they first log into Salesforce, and it can be customized to highlight information specific to the user. It provides easy access to pertinent information, which leads to increased efficiency. You'll see here that we have donations by year, opportunities by campaign source, closed-won opportunities, and gifts that need to be acknowledged. Again, this page is fully customizable. Instead of these components, you might want to see a list of your open activities for the day, maybe your open tasks, and additional advancement highlights. Okay, so Jenna Strong, our development officer, is leading Invado University's annual appeal and has been assigned as the fundraiser for all donors. Invado University has just received a $1,000 gift from our donor named Sally Jones. Now, the contact record for Sally has already been created in Salesforce, and that's because she first visited the school's website and her contact information was captured through this custom Pardot landing page. When a user submits information through this form, the Salesforce Pardot connector automatically sends the information to Salesforce and creates a new contact record. With Invado's Advancement Essentials, forms are included, so we'll be creating a page similar to this with your school's branding as part of your bundle. Now, I know this form only includes a few basic fields, and we did that for demo purposes, but it is important to collect as much information as you can when creating contacts in Salesforce, especially if you're doing direct mail or email marketing for your fundraising campaigns. So let's go into our database and find Sally Jones. We'll type her name into the search bar. And here is Sally. So we've clicked and opened up her contact record. We see that she's got one gift to the university. And then when we click on the details section, we've got some basic contact information. We have her birth date, email, donation history information. We've got a phone number, and we also have an address. And I want to draw your attention to this birth date field. If you can, try to capture this information because it creates a super easy touch point for donor engagement. That's a process that can be automated using Pardot, which we will touch on later in the demo. Now, since Sally's record has already been created, our next step is to log her gift. So from Sally's contact record, we'll click on New Gift and begin entering in the donation information. You'll see that the donor type and the primary contact have already been populated, saving time and cutting back on potential manual data input errors. And then here in the donation information section, we'll say the donation date was today. We said her amount was $1,000. She's given to our annual appeal. And let's say she made her gift by check. And then we're going to click Save. And now we have logged Sally's gift in Salesforce. And you see here that the opportunity name has been populated for you. And that's based on standard naming conventions that we set up with the Advancement Essentials bundle. Now, I want to point out that Salesforce gives you the ability to not only enter single gifts like this one from Sally Jones, but also batch gifts. And this is ideal for when you have a large number of gifts to enter and you need to do it fast. So just know that that option is available to you. Now that Sally's gift is processed, we need to make sure the finance team can account for revenue and cash flow. Accounting Subledger prepares all donation information for your financial systems in order to ensure there is reliable and transparent data flow. This makes it possible to reconcile all revenue in a single source of truth across development and finance. Once Sally's gift is entered, we see that Salesforce automatically created the payment, the general allocation, and the ledger entries. Once created, the entries can be sent through an approval process if desired, and then processed and sent to your accounting system in a batch or in real time. Now, since Jenna is leading the annual appeal, she's interested to see how this new gift has impacted their fundraising efforts. Jenna can easily view campaign stats by clicking on the annual appeal link directly from Sally's donation record. And you'll see that that's listed here under primary campaign source. So we'll click on this link. And you're going to see the opportunities that are associated with the campaign. And then when you click on the details tab, you'll notice that there are metrics such as number of won opportunities in the campaign, the value of the won opportunities in the campaign, expected revenue, and also budgeted cost. So this gives you a quick snapshot of the status of your campaign. Now, you can also use dashboards to report on metrics, and the Invado Advancement Essentials bundle includes a custom campaign dashboard. So what you are about to see is what you will get with our standard implementation. Also included in our bundle is a grants management dashboard, a dashboard for major donors, and 10 custom advancement reports that drive those dashboards. So let's take a look at that annual appeal dashboard. And here you'll see we have total amount received, total number of gifts, we have our average donation, and we even have a list of the annual appeal's top donors. And for me, I find that it's easier to digest information when it's presented in this visual format than what we just saw on the campaign's detail page. Notice that each of these components is powered by a report, and dashboards enable you to curate data from reports using charts, tables, and metrics. Now, let's click this refresh button here to see how our latest gift has impacted our fundraising numbers. And here you'll see that the total amount received has changed to reflect that gift that just came from our donor, Sally Jones. And you'll also notice that now she's listed as one of our top donors. And this is the beauty of dashboards. They not only bring data to life, but they also provide real-time metrics, which enable advancement teams to understand and act on their data. Okay, so that was just a simple demonstration of how to log a gift and how dashboards work in Salesforce. Next, I want to show you a few customizations that we've built that are included in our Advancement Essentials bundle. One is a custom field called Next Ask Amount. There are a lot of standard fields in Salesforce, but customizations can really enhance your fundraising efforts and drive donations. I'm going to open the record of one of our donors named Alex McCarthy. See, here's Alex, and show you the field called Next Ask Amount. And the Next Ask Amount field allows fundraisers to suggest a personalized donation amount based on the constituent's donation history. And this is helpful because we use moves management and advancement to move donors along the pipeline with the hopes that they will increase their giving to our institution. And you'll see here on the related list that Alex has been giving to our organization for the last few years, and that his gifts have slowly started to increase in amount over time. So on the details section here, you see that his next ask amount is $1,500. So that's the amount that we're trying to move him up to. Now, let's say you are the executive director and you're out meeting Alex for lunch and didn't have time to meet with the gift officer who manages Alex's account. You can pull out your mobile device, open the Salesforce app, and click on Alex's record to view his giving history. You see that his last gift amount was $1,000, and you see that we are trying to move him up to a gift of $1,500. And this is an important data point that can help drive the conversation between the executive director and the donor. The executive director can acknowledge Alex's previous gift and his giving history, as well as discuss his giving capacity. Again, this customization is included in Invado's Advancement Essentials bundle. There's another feature in Salesforce that works well for advancement teams, and it's called engagement plans. The functionality is standard, but Invado will create 2 custom engagement plans for your organization, including the one I'm about to show you. And engagement plans allow us to automate the creation and assignment of tasks. The goal for advancement teams is to make sure all donors receive the same treatment, no matter which fundraiser is assigned to them. And we can use engagement plans to standardize our touch points with donors and steward those donors through the pipeline. So let's go back and look at Sally Jones, who we know just donated $1,000 to our back to school, not our back to school, our annual appeal. So we click on her contact record. And what we need to do is we need to assign the major donors engagement plan to Sally. So we're here again on her contact record, and we're going to click on new. We're going to search for our major donors engagement plan, and then we're going to click save. And I'm going to refresh this button over here. And now after we've hit save and we've hit refresh, you'll see that our predefined tasks have been created and assigned to ensure consistent stewardship of our key donors like Sally. Again, the major donor engagement plan is included in our Essentials bundle, as well as an engagement plan to convert a one-time donor to a sustaining supporter. Okay, so the next thing we are going to show you today is Salesforce's newest product for advancement called Elevate. The implementation and configuration of Elevate are included in the Essentials bundle. Now, anyone who works in advancement knows how important it is to give your donors the option to give online. And COVID really brought that need to the forefront. I know people in the payment processing industry who said that a number of churches were caught behind the 8 ball when COVID hit because they didn't have a way for their constituents to give online, and they had to scramble to figure out how to set up online giving. So Elevate enables institutions to engage with constituents online while streamlining the critical back-end functions of payments, CRM, and accounting. Now, you still have to have a payment gateway in order to implement Elevate, so keep in mind that you'll need something like Stripe in order to use this product. So what I'm going to show you is a fully functioning Elevate giving page. So let's jump into Elevate. And here you're on the Elevate platform. If you click on these 3 bars in the top left, you'll see the names of the tabs appear. And let's click on Giving Page Management. Here we have our end of year appeal and a website donation form. So I'm going to click and open end of year appeal. And you'll see that we have 3 separate pages. We have a donation page, we have a payment page, and we have a confirmation page. And you have the ability to customize each of these 3 pages. Changes are made very easily here on the right side. Right now this is under page settings. So this is establishing that the logo you'll see here is on all 3 of the pages. So you have the opportunity to change your logo. You can swap out primary and secondary colors. and then you can edit excuse me, the title and the subtitle here. Once you click save, then it will move you on to the next page, and then from there on to payment, and finally to confirmation. Okay, so now that this, this page has been published, we can click on this link. But first I want to show you here at the top, you have the option to view it both in desktop and in mobile. So this here is what the Elevate page will look like on a mobile device. Okay, so like I said, this page has been published, and if we click on this link here, you're going to see the finalized page. And this is our Invado University End of Year Appeal online giving page. So now that this page has been published, you'll see that there's this URL here, and you can use this URL in a Pardot email. You could maybe have a Give Now button with a hyperlink, and when your supporters click on the button, it would take them directly to this Elevate giving page. The advantage of using Elevate along with Salesforce and Pardot is that you can create a single Pardot to gift entry thread. So in the case of Sally Jones, let's say we captured her information using a Pardot landing page. We then sent her an email through Pardot with a link to the Elevate giving page we just created, and then she made a gift. With the Salesforce connectors, all of the data would be captured and pushed to Salesforce without any manual input from the advancement team. This saves time and it improves efficiency. With the Advancement Essentials bundle, Invado will create 2 separate giving pages for your institution, along with setting up the Salesforce and payment gateway connectors. Okay, the last thing we are going to touch on in this demo is Pardot. I recognize that we are getting close to the end of the year, so you may be preparing for your end of year appeal and upcoming giving days. And Pardot is a great tool for creating and sending customized marketing pieces to your constituents. And the Invado Solutions Advancement Essentials bundle includes 2 customized email templates, one of which is focused on annual giving. Most institutions will send out a series of communication pieces, especially if your annual appeal is tied to end of year giving, or if you have a combination of direct mail and email marketing. The email template that is included in the Invado Advancement Essentials bundle is meant to be a starting point for your campaign communications, and it can serve as the first email in your series. So let's jump into Pardot and show you our annual appeal letter, which we have here. So you'll notice that we have an image of our campus, we've dropped in our logo, and the email is branded with our colors, and all of this is customizable. There is general end-of-year content in the body of this email, and you'll also notice that we linked the Invado University Fund to the custom Elevate page that we just showed you in the demo. And again, this is a starting point for your team. The Invado Essentials bundle is meant to kickstart your fundraising efforts and drive donations. So just know that Pardot enables you to market smartly to your constituents. And Pardot also includes Engagement Studio, which enables you to build intelligent automated programs that nurture and engage constituents at every step of the donor journey. Okay, so that's it for the annual appeal letter. Earlier in the demo, I drew your attention to the birth date field when creating a contact record, and I suggested that you capture this information because it creates an easy touch point for donor stewardship. Now, stewardship is an essential step in the fundraising process. Unfortunately, it's a step that is often ignored, and if it weren't ignored, it could help organizations retain more supporters and raise more money. You know, it isn't uncommon to learn that the next time a donor hears from an organization is when the organization is asking them to give again. So showing donor love is super important, and any chance you have to connect with the donor is critical to building those lasting relationships between your organization and your donors. Now, I want to show you how we use the data in that birthday field to automate sending another email to a prospect in Pardot. This automation and the birthday email template are also included in our Essentials bundle. So let's look for our birthday email template. And we have it here. Okay, so notice again, we have our logo and that it's branded with our school's colors. And again, that will be changed to match your institution's brand standards. We've dropped in this birthday image, again, fully customizable. You might want to use a photo of smiling students from your institution who are holding up a sign that says happy birthday. You know your audience and you know what will resonate with them. In the middle, we have the email content. Again, that will be edited based on your needs. And this template that we've created is really just a starting point for your institution. So this is a simple email, but it's one that can make a big impact, and you can have it up and running right away with our Advancement Essentials bundle. And this type of email gives you an opportunity to touch your donors during the year without there being an ask involved, which is huge in the field of donor relations. So as I mentioned, there is actually automation that is built in to trigger the sending of this birthday email to prospects. There's an automation rule that we've built in Pardot and a custom field in Salesforce that calculates next birthday. Both of those are included in the birthday email campaign that is included with our Advancement Essentials bundle. So that's another example of how you can use Pardot and Salesforce to engage with donors and really think about the resources and the time that you are saving by automating the birthday notification process. And the use cases for this type of automation are endless. You could maybe build something around graduation date and create a nurture campaign for your alumni. There really are countless ways in which you can use Pardot to engage with your constituents. All right, so that's the live demo portion of the Invado Advancement Essentials bundle. The next thing I want to share is pricing and the implementation timeline. So let's get back into our slide deck and advance to the next slide. Okay, the investment in our Advancement Essentials bundle is $35,000. It takes 2 to 3 weeks to stand up this foundational product. As we were going through this demo, you probably thought of enhancements and customizations that you'd like to see that would meet your advancement needs. And just know that as part of the purchase process, Invado does conduct a full discovery, and we provide a scope of work to customize the Essentials bundle to meet your specific needs. These customizations typically make the full implementation around 8 to 10 weeks. And additional costs might include items such as data migration and also systems integrations. Okay, I'd like to wrap up by again saying thank you for your time and for the important work that you are doing within your own educational institutions. If you'd like to learn more about our Advancement Essentials bundle and how we can help you increase giving, contact us at sales@invadosolutions.com. Thank you.